Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Horizon World, where today we're going to be talking about doors. There are 4 common types of doors that you can make in Horizon. This video is more for not super beginners, but beginners that kind of understand how scripting works. We will not be making a script in this video. We are just simply talking about how it works together. The script will be available. It was given to me. I did not write it. I just got it from reverse engineering other things. But we're going to go over that. We're going to talk about that kind of stuff later. So we're going to talk about doors right now. So these are the types of doors that you can make real quick without any basic knowledge in scripting or even just reverse scripting. So let's go over them real quick. So here we go. You got your first door, which is straight from the assets store. Boom. You got a door there. You see that it could open, but it just doesn't. Your instinct is to grab the handle. It doesn't work. So, okay, well, damn. And now you have your second door, which this is both of these items are free assets from the asset store, and this is the teleporting door. So we'll just get a little motion here. Go up, boom. And now we're on the other side of the door. And now we have a third type of door, which is probably your most common door, because that, as much as this is practical, it is a little unimmersionist, and it does affect with people who have motion sickness, which for some people is actually a lot. It's actually pretty common. A lot of people I run into don't like that. So this is your next step. It's super clean, smooth, no problem, and that's you just walk right through the door. No biggie. There's no rush. Sometimes you get a bottleneck of people trying to come into a world, and this is a perfect way to do that. They can just walk right through the door, and there's nothing wrong with it. And then you can go where I like, because I'm trying to be in a virtual world or whatever. So this is my personal opinion, and I like it, and I took the time to figure it out, and I'm going to share it with you. And that is when you walk up to the door, and it doesn't open. Okay, well, that doesn't look good for me. Hold on one second. God damn it. Okay, well, I guess it does help if you actually have the door on a plane of existence that your human body, which is a floating thing, can trigger. So now the door opens, and that's what I like to see. I love to see a door open behind me, but not what else I like to see. I like to see that door close. It's simple. It's not a big deal. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to make that door do that for you, and once you have it, you only need to make it once. That's the beauty about this. You only need to make this once. Once it's made, you can copy it onto anything. And to show you how easy it is to make, and then maybe once you have the code block, which I'm making a world, it'll be called WhiteSword's YouTube video asset or something like that. I think I can put a link at the bottom of the video. Anybody who wants it, they can come in here and they can just take it. If it's just too much, they can take it. I don't care. It's free to have. More people have it, the better. So let's go into build mode. So we're going to swap our views real quick. So we're going to do a weird transition. Maybe some Scooby Snack, or I don't know, man. So this is what that door looks like. You have a green trigger. You have a door. And you have an invisible object, which is a copy of the door itself and not the frame. And then you have the script. This right here is the one that I told you could get off of the asset store. And I'll show you how to make each one of these. And we'll just start off by just grabbing the door off the asset store. And what you do is you go into your build mode. You can do this. That's one mode. But when I'm building on this hand, on your left hand, under your trigger, or under your joystick is an impressed button. You just press that, and it's like a quick shot to this menu. So what you're going to do, now that you have this open, you're going to click the little shopping bag thing that says Asset Library. And you're going to type in, is it red door? There it is. Okay. Boom. And then that's how you make that door. And now to make this door, you're just going to type in the letter T, because it's the first thing that pops up. It better be the first thing. Okay, it was last time. And then all you do is take this, and then you just slide it. You're going to take the guy, bring it down, put it in snap mode, and then you just kind of move him forward. And there you go. And that's how you make the teleporting door. Now, this does have a lot of good benefits. Like, you can have him go through this door, but really he's teleported to another part of the map or the world. So it has some super good benefits. So that's how you make that. So super simple. You don't even have to know how to code. This already made for you. But this one, where you want the door to open, you're gonna have to make yourself, and that's just the way it is. There's no way around it. Especially if you want it to be unique. Now, you could probably get one off an app store. There are tons and tons of people who give stuff away. So we're gonna just talk about it. I'm rambling too much. So we're gonna take this door that we made here. And then we're going. Oh, I didn't show you. Oh, I did show you how to do that. God, I made this video 5 times because I keep messing up. So I'm just going to show you one more time because I think I did, but I didn't. So to make the door where you can just pass through it, you're going to put your hand into the thing. It's going to light up. You're going to hit Properties. And then you're going to hit Collidable Off. And once you do that, and the other two have to be on, once you do that, that will give you the option to pass through the door without colliding on it. So there you go. That's how you make that. And for this, okay, let's get back on track here. We're going to take this door. Okay, so we're going to make those doors, and this is how we do it. We're going to first get our red asset door, and we're going to go click on Properties, and we're going to ungroup the door. And to do that, once you open Properties, you're going to click this button right here to ungroup objects. Okay, now the objects have been ungrouped. And the reason we're doing this is because we want to take the frame off the door. And so we're going to pop that on there, and we're going to move this up. Okay, and now we've removed the frame. Now we want to highlight the door, the lock, and the nameplate. Or if you have added anything, you want to make sure you highlight that too. So then to do that, you squeeze the trigger, and now it'll bring you the ball. And once you have the ball, you can hit the negative or bottom, just depending on the size that you feel comfortable with highlighting. And then you take that, you want to make sure you have a copy of everything. So then we're going to take the duplication key tool, which you just hit right, and it'll turn green. That's how you know it's duplicating. And I like to call these things teardrops. So you just stick that in a teardrop, and you grab the arrow key, and you just pull that out, and then you let go. And then you want to make sure, without letting this go, you want to push up on your controller and bring it back to grab mode. Okay, while that's still highlighted, you want to first go back into Properties. Okay, and while it's in Properties, you want to make it invisible. And that's going to also turn off lights and shadows, which is fine. You want these two off. It'll turn the second one off automatically. Okay. While it's still highlighted, we want to put our finger back into the teardrop and grab the arrow key. And then we're going to grab it. And this little green line may come, might not come, doesn't matter. It's just a tool to tell you where the object is lining up to. You're going to put that like that. Okay. Now you can push the button and unhighlight it, because what we're going to do now is we're going to pull the trigger back again, bring the bubble up. We're going to highlight this. Okay. Make sure it's all highlighted. Now, before we bring this down, let's just make sure we highlight it, because I don't want to hassle making sure I didn't highlight one little thing. And that's the thing. Okay, everything's been highlighted. We can hit the back arrow and it will undo us moving. So if you grab it and you're moving around to make sure you got everything highlighted, don't let go. Unless you want to hit back. Okay, now we have everything highlighted. We're going to bring this part down. And we're going to grab the teardrop and we're going to move it down and make sure it's lined up with that. Okay, now we have 2 doors. Now, next thing we're going to do, we're going to go back into this menu and we're going to click on the build button, and then we're going to grab a gizmo. Okay, and it will be the top one, and it's called a trigger zone. And then let's click this button again to close that, because I forget to close it sometimes and I start pulling out extra assets. So we want our trigger to basically kind of right there. It really doesn't matter where you have the trigger, actually. The trigger could be at the door handle. You could actually make the trigger small enough to be the door handle, so that as soon as, if you didn't want to have an automated door system, you could actually set the trigger into the door handle, and it would, the door would open as soon as somebody touched the trigger. So, but what we're doing, we're going to just make a path, trigger path, so that it opens automatically. And then we're going to bring this out a little more. And, well, we actually should just bring this out a little. You can never have enough trigger. Once the object is placed, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter the size. The world says it's there, so it's there. So don't limit yourself thinking that you're going to get a better... that this line is not going to get smaller if you make the object smaller. The line will always go up no matter what the object is. It's about object count. Okay, so now we have the door and the trigger. Now we need to tell it to open. And so what we're going to do is we're going to grab this door script here. And I don't know if I've opened it. Again, like I said, I made this a couple times. So we're going to just open the script again. And I'll stop talking. And it will be at the end of the video too. No, you did unpause it. Okay, yeah. Like I said, this did not write. This was given to me. Okay, so now we've done all that. We have the script, but what do we do? So we need to let these things talk to each other. So we need to grab the trigger, and the trigger needs a script to work. So we need to tell the trigger to attach the door script to the trigger. So now when we walk up, the trigger will tell the door, or the script tells the trigger to open the door. Okay, well, there's the door. We now need to tell the trigger where the door is. So we're going to come back in here. We're going to reach into there. We're going to grab, that should have been grouped. 1 second. Let's just pull this up real quick. When you have these accents, no biggie, easy fixes. And we're just going to slide right through here, make sure everything's highlighted. And then we're going to unclick that. And then we're going to just stick our hand in there and we're going to click group. Now everything's grouped. Now we want to go back into properties. Now it's a group, okay? We're going to, and the reason we needed to pull this up is because we don't want this to move. We want this to stay stationary to give it the door opening feel. So what we're going to do now is grab this, make sure it's in stat mode. Oops, that can happen. It's okay. And we will then now grab the word group, and you know you have it highlighted when it's gray here in your hand. And we're going to drag it down to this thing, which is the script, and we're going to place it into where it says empty. You don't have to click out empty because it's already empty. And you know what's in there. You let go. Boom. It goes in there. How do you know it's working? You will see a blue line coming to the word group. And that's how you know that these scripts are all attached together. There's usually another line in there somewhere for this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're just going to bring it down to level. We can actually hit the trigger, come in here. Let's check it. Another door is opening towards us, which is fine. And we're going to swap views back again. And that's easy to fix. What you do to fix that is right in here. We would change that to, let's change that to 190. Okay. Now we're going to swap views again. Now we walk back up to the door. Boom. Now it's facing the other way. And now it stops. And you can change the speed. If you feel that's too slow, you can do that by time. You can make it go fast by changing it to 0. It just flies right open. Changing it to, just depending on the speed you want. So that is how, we'll just keep that here as I talk. That is how you make a door. Super simple. If you want a copy of this world or want to be added on as an editor, let me know and you can come and get a copy of everything in here. The most important thing really is, now that you've seen this video, is this little cube thing here. And now, and I'll explain how you save it. You're like, oh, okay. Oh, well, yeah, but I don't know how to save any of that. So I'm going to teach you how to do that too real quick. So what you're going to do is, say you just want to take this. Like, you're like, you know what? I don't want to do anything. I like the door. I like everything about it. This is all I want. So what you're going to do is you're going to make that highlight tool, and you're going to make this one kind of big, I guess. I don't know. I do, just because I'm taking everything at once, and I'm just going to highlight everything. I'm going to go up and down, and then I'm going to let go, and everything's glowing in a box. And just to double check, I'm going to reach in and grab it. Okay, no biggie. And while it's still highlighted, I'm going to stick my hand in there, and where it says properties, I'm going to reach up. Now, you can save this as a group if you want to. I don't personally, but that's up to you. But the button you want to push is new assets. Okay, so you're going to click on that, and then you're going to call it, well, whatever you want to call it, white, or we can just, White Sword's door, just door, whatever. Okay, door. And then you can put a little description. This is the door that I made. Now, I named door, I'll write door 600 times per thing. I'll tell you the great simple thing is just take a picture. Go into your thing, take a picture, boom. Looks good. Now you have a picture thumbnail, so you'll know it when you're looking through your assets, and then you're going to hit create. And while that's creating, you're going to hit close. And now you have your own door script. But you're like, where is it? How do I access it? Well, I'll show you how to do that again too. So from this hand too, there's that end. You're going to push that button again, and it's going to bring up this window here. It's very close and aggressive. And then you're going to click assets. Now, these are your own personal assets that you have collected or have made yourself. And there you go. And whoops, I didn't mean to close that so quickly. But so when you pull it out, it'll just come out, and see how there's already one door script. So it just automatically names it to door script 2. While it's still highlighted, or you just highlight yourself, you just drag it down to where you want it. And there you go. Go back down here. And make sure if you grab it, if you go down low enough, make sure you actually are triggering the trigger. That's the only problem with with the trigger being too low, is that you might actually not trigger the trigger, which I think I'm doing right now. This really looks bad for me. Hold on, let's just bring that trigger right up there. There we go. And you're not opening. Why aren't you opening? Oh, well, okay. Well, it's not opening. What do I do? Let's do a quick breakdown of the script of why it might not be opening. We'll call this the technical issue problem section. So let's backtrack the script real quick. We know that it works because it works right here. We see it. We go through the door, it opens up, but something's not working now. What's going on? So let's check the trigger. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, duh. That's the problem. The trigger, it doesn't know that this is a door. So what we have to do is just tell it it's a door. So it's usually pretty easy just to do it from the invisible side. Click on that, go to your property menu, and, well, wherever it is, a black line will come out. Okay, and so we have the empty door code there. So we're going to grab the word group, copy that down. Okay, we're changing views again. And we walk over, and the door opens. And that ends the technical update, or whatever you want to call that section of fixing the door. If it doesn't work and you copy it. If you copy it and it doesn't work and you're like, what the hell? Now you know how to fix that copied door or any copied door in the game. Anyways, I hope everybody has a great day. And as I like to say in most of my videos, Akamagash.